Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Jason here. Today I'm doing a video over at GME, going over this last week, what I think is going to happen next week coming up. How there's also a documentary coming out on Hulu this kind of week as well. If you didn't know, today's video is sponsored by the like button. Yes, the like button below right there. If you go down and tap that, it'd be super nice. Might even let somebody new learn about GME. If you haven't hit the sub button below, make sure you guys hit the sub button and we'll get right into it. You're wondering what I'm using here? I'm using Webull. There's a link down in the description. If you want to go click on that, get 2 free stocks. Put $100 in, get 2 free stocks. You also get these tier 2s for 3 months. All right, let's get right into it. We started out Monday morning at $145. As you can see here, we did climb up throughout the week. On Wednesday, we had a big controversy in the market. Pretty much a big bear trap happened right here. It knocked a lot of people out of the GME game. We had lots of people in my channel come in. Lots of people in the chat, lots of people on our comment section. So they got bumped out of GME with a stop loss in place right here. I would like to say this is a coordinated attack. It also happened on AMC as well at the same time. Both of these stocks had these violent turns downwards on Wednesday. We'd like to call those bear traps. And they got caught. They caught a lot of people off guard. A lot of people had their stop loss in place, or their trailing stop loss in place, and it kicked a lot of people. And that's the reason why you've probably seen this price flush all the way down to $172. Now, hopefully, people got back in and got back in on the plays. This right here happens more often than you think, and I think we'll see a lot more of these coming in the future. The big guys, the big hedge funds, they do these bear traps. They start selling off really quick, and that right there kicks people out. And they definitely caught a lot of people off guard, and it dropped a lot of people out of the game right here. On Wednesday, we had to drop all the way down to $172. Did regain though, thankfully, right? On Wednesday, did regain. We ended Wednesday at about $245. Far cry from the 348 we were at before the crash out. Going into Thursday, we had a lot of kind of sideways trading. Going into Thursday morning, though, Thursday morning we did have some good umph all the way up from the $230 or $245 area all the way up to $281. We kind of sideways traded from there, though. The market was a little weird this week, again, with all these attacks that we had happening. Going into Friday, we had a great morning going into Friday. We got to $295, but we fell from there. We ended Friday at $264.50. Still, 1.73% above Thursday's ending. All in all, you take the green with the green. We did have a push, though, on Friday evening, right as soon as closing was coming into in the aftermarket hours. We pushed up to $267. We had a little pump right there at the very end. And again, it was the same way with AMC as well at the very end of the day. It's kind of crazy how these stocks have tracked each other a lot this last few weeks. But as you can see, though, ever since that big fall on Wednesday, we did have a lot more sideways trading. Going into next week, I hope on Monday, we do see a lot of hype and enthusiasm on GME, and this could push GME above 300. Once we get above 300, I do think 400 is in reach. We've been above 300 a couple times, right? But on Wednesday, we're at $350 pretty much. There's going to be a big wall at 325, 320, 350. There's going to be another big wall there as well. 325 area is going to be another big wall. But I do think once we break some of these barriers, especially over 350, once we break that barrier right there, I do think we could run to 400 again. And that's what I kind of expect to see. Next Friday, we do have this phenomenon happening called Witching Day. If you guys don't know what Witching Day is when all options in the market get closed. And that right there, in terms, makes Witching Day very volatile. And that volatility could be a catalyst to launch GME higher and higher and higher. And we could see this stock, go above $400. That's what I'm hoping to see next week. Now, obviously, there's a lot of factors in on that. How much volatility is in the market. Obviously, we already know that, GME is a volatile stock already, but with a little bit of more added volatility and everything closing at once, Wishing Day on Friday could be very interesting to watch. As you can see here, coming up on the 19th on Witching Day, we do have some very, bullish options right here as well. At $300, we had 5,876 option calls right there. At $350, you have 4,224 option calls. At $400, you have 5,442 option calls. Even all the way up here at $500, you have 9,028 call options right there as well. Obviously, even as high as 800, you have 30,864 call options. That right there alone is actually more than usual, which leads me to believe that people are looking very bullish coming up this week on GME. So who knows? Maybe that 800 price point is in reach for all those call options down there, which would be nuts to see. My aim is to see at least 400. I think it'd be crazy to see again. Maybe even get back to where we were back in January. Here's what I was talking about earlier, by the way. By the Hill, ABC GameStop documentary to be released next week. I know some of you guys probably watching this. It says streaming service Hulu plans to release an extensive new documentary on the GameStop stock controversy next Monday, AMC News has announced. The approximately hour-long film, so it'll be an hour-long, titled GameStop, examines the events surrounding the wild price fluctuation of GameStop stock after users on Reddit forum began purchasing shares of the heavily shorted company. Little do they know, I don't think they know this, but it's still going on. The piece was produced by AMC News Originals. The staff on effort, including AMC's News Chief Business Technology Economics Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis, were drawn from AMC's news podcast, The Dropout. AMC and Hulu are both owned by Walt Disney Company. The documentary features interviews with Reddit investors, Robinhood CEO Vladimir Tenev. That should be, wonderful. Sure, he won't answer a lot of questions. Reddit CEO Steve Huffman and others caught up in the controversy. In the wake of the trading furor, GameStop announced in February that its chief financial officer, Jim Bell, would resign on March 26th. And we've seen a big boost since he announced that resignation. GameStop was also thrust into the political spotlight with the Republicans and Democrats debated the rapid stock fluctuation at a virtual hearing of the House Financial Service Committee in late February. AMC announced the documentary release on Wednesday as shares of the GameStop spiked again, jumping more than 40% and putting it near the peak set in late January. That right there is crazy. I'm definitely going to watch this and see. I just want to see how much they get wrong or how much they actually do right, or if it's halfway done or half-baked or not. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, all over Wall Street Bets right now, a lot of people are actually going through and they're adopting gorillas through the Diane Fossey Gorilla Fund. A bunch of posts on here. We also had her come in and announce them as well.
Hi, Wall Street Bets. My name is Tara Stawinski. I'm the president and CEO of the Diane Fossey Gorilla Fund. And I was just made aware that you have been adopting gorillas through our website. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for this incredible support. In case you're not familiar with us, we are the world's largest and longest running organization that is fully dedicated to gorilla conservation. Every day, 365 days a year, we are in the field protecting the world's remaining gorillas and also helping the people who share their forest home. So thank you again so much for your support. It will go a long way in helping our important mission.
That is really awesome, though. Crazy how this all started out. And the good that whether it be you're in AMC or GME, it doesn't matter, right? A bunch of people are going in and they're adopting gorillas right now through the Diane Fossey Gorilla Fund. And I think it's really awesome to see all these posts of people posting where they have adopted a gorilla, right, or a monkey in general. I think it's awesome to see the good in people, no matter what. They might call, a lot of us, a lot of names in the investor world, and they might call a lot of you guys lots of other names as well. But hey, at the end of the day, at least people are doing good, right? It fills my heart to see so many people going in and adopting monkeys and apes and everything in between. Really, really good to see. But no matter how this ends, there's a lot of good that's happened through this. But back onto the GME stock. I hope next week is a really good week for GME. Again, we have Witching Day coming up on Friday. That should be another catalyst to see GME maybe go crazy, because that's the day when stocks are very volatile. And who knows what's going to happen to GME then. But I'm hoping this week we see 400 in GME, just like last week. I was hoping we see 300. We did. Hopefully that'll come true again. We'll see 400 this week. There is an uphill battle to climb. We're fighting the hedge funds, but we're a bunch of crazy apes, and we can do it. If this is a video you liked, make sure you guys hit the like button below. Make sure you guys hit the sub button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.